You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. Your hat strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot. You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself carve out. And all the girls dreamed that they'd be your partner. They'd be your partner. And you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. You're so vain. I'll bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Oh, you had me several years ago when I was still quite naive. When you said that we made such a pretty pair and that you would never leave, but you gave away the things you loved, and one of them was me. I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee, and you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I'll bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee, and you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I'll bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? When I hear you went up to Saratoga and your horse naturally won, then you flew your Learjet up to Nova Scotia to see the total eclipse of the sun. When you're where you should be all the time, and when you're not, you're with some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend, wife of a close friend, and you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I'll bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Don't you? You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. Hi, good afternoon. I thought I'd introduce you all to my AFAB. This is my daughter Kylie, and she was assigned male at birth, and she started taking off her baby growing and unbuttoning it, and popping it when she was so young, and so we decided that she obviously was a girl. So, and I have so many Instagram likes
now because of my daughter. She's quite freaky looking. Quite freaky looking. Anyway, she's wearing this now. We've got her on some blockers. We thought we'd get her some blockers and estrogen when she's about 8. So how great is that? Yeah. So here she is. The way we knew before she could even talk that she was a girl is because if I said the word boy, she would cry. And sorry, I'm just looking at myself. Just looking at myself. Sorry. But the great thing is I have 105,000 followers on Instagram, and before I had 5 children who are non-binary and trans, no one gave a shit about anything I did, and I had a crap job, and now I have I'm somebody. So I've heard that Yusuf has resigned due to let women speak. It's a coincidence, I understand. She's so beautiful, don't you think? She's so beautiful. Oh my God, we did it! I did it. We both put some bows in her hair. Oh my fucking God, we did it! We did it! I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of the mutilation that's coming for her. We're gonna cut her penis off. I'm gonna have the surgery. Well, it's her, but I feel like it's me. It's happening to us, baby. It's happening to us. I'm gonna go for 250,000 followers. I'm so excited. We are so great. We are so great, aren't we? I'm talking through the camera. It's quite difficult to do a parody of these women because they're so batshit crazy. But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna call her Kylie, after the other deranged lunatics on Twitter. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of us. And it's such a coincidence that all of my children have found themselves to be trans. I tried to be a Kardashian. I've done makeup tutorials, but nobody watches. And so my oldest child, who was also AFAB, ACAB, Estad, they started identifying as, a boy. And because of that, we did injections. We did the testosterone injections. And then all the other kids, they wanted to do the same. But I'm so proud of us. I really care about my kids. Anyway, I don't even know if I could speak normally after this because there's a reason older women dye their hair lighter, right? This is the reason. Anyway, so that's my impression of a munchy mum. Children. Oh, I love my children so much. So it's been a good day. I don't even know if I can talk now, but it's been I feel like I need a fringe or something. I need a something. Oh, look, there's my real hair. So What have we got? We've got Scotland is in a better place than it was. Let me just say, if you're wanting to support all of the things that I'm doing, I'd like it a lot. We've like just for equipment in Spain, we're looking at about £1,000 just to get some speakers that everybody can hear. So if you could support us, that would be amazing. So I would like you to go to letwomenspeak.org, pick an event, whether it's Oklahoma, whether it's Madrid. It's quite a good wig, right? It's very cheap. Hi. Oh, I could get used to this. Oh, look at my important child just shoved behind me. So everything I do, unfortunately, is not. I don't have any billionaire friends or even millionaire friends. And whilst it's rumored that my husband is a millionaire, he really isn't. Or if he is, maybe he's got it for his other family. So what we really need is we need your support. Party for Women needs your little feet on the ground, especially in Lincoln. We've only got a couple of days and then it's the election. So we would like you to volunteer to do something in those areas. I look like my sister actually when I've got this hair. Yeah, I quite like it, don't you? So Party of Women needs you. We need you to volunteer. We need your little wheels or feet. I'm not fussy to help women deliver leaflets. When it comes, oh, I feel like that woman properly. Actually, let me just. When it comes to Let Women Speak, our events cost a lot of money. We'd really like some help with that, please. Thanks so much. So I would like, we need about another £2,000 for Spain. We need about a 3,500 for the United States. So we can make sure that everybody can hear, and that we've got the right equipment and we've got the right security and we've printed leaflets and so on. So that would be great if you could support that. What else? Maybe it's the hair. Maybe if you have really long, thick hair, you turn into a raging narcissist that can't stop looking at yourself in the camera. Yeah. So look, this is the way it is. Our enemy is massive. And what we really need each and every one of you to do is we need you just to step up, actually. And I know it's awful and it feels like, we're asking you for your money, which we really, really are, but we'd also like some of your time, because these things don't work otherwise. And there are a lot of people that are willing for this compromise, that think the government is making all the right noises and everything's going to magically happen. It's not. It's going to take years, and it's going to take the likes of us. And I don't know who else has such a large platform with such a consistent message, really hardline message. And it's going to take this organization and Party of Women succeeding and surviving in order for your voices to be heard, because everyone else is happy just to compromise a little bit, to use she her pronouns for men, to use he him pronouns for women, to sort of pretend that there is such a thing as gender distress, to talk about adult transition as if that's a great idea and it's something that people make with good sound mind, which we know that they don't. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about, do you want someone to hold the line or don't you? And if you do, you're going to have to do something about that to enable us to do it. That's all I can say, because nobody else is going to, I'm afraid. Everyone, look, once you start schmoozing with weak politicians, once you start kind of revering weak politicians, as having an answer, as being decent, when still they talk about trans rights. Once you decide that you need relationships and you need to network with these people, it's compromise time. You can't hold the line and have friends in influential places where they've chosen over the years to do sweet FA about this. So that's what I'm. Oh, Band United. It's letwomenspeak.org, my love. Thank you so much. So that's look, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about holding the line. We're talking about look, I get it. If you want to have a seat at the table, then you do kind of have to compromise. You just do. And that's fine, because for those people, well, it's not fine for me, but for those people, they make their choice that they are willing to compromise in order to have a seat at the table, because they feel without having a seat at the table, they won't get anywhere. I I just don't feel like that. I think that my message is good enough. What I want is definitely good enough. There is there's no victory and compromise. You can't do both. Um, I want it. I want this right back to before the GRA, and anything else is not good enough. And I'm happy to ask for that right now, and not pretend that I'm not gonna uh I'm gonna settle for anything else. So that's okay. I'm an activist. I'm not hoping to make a long career out of this. I'm an activist, and once I've succeeded in what I've set out to do, then I can quite simply just go back to my very lovely, easy life. Um, but for some people that isn't what happened. I didn't get involved in this fight because my career ended. I didn't get involved in this fight because I was um, directly impacted. None of my kids decided they were trans. None of my children thought that it was a real thing. My husband didn't suddenly start wearing dresses. It hasn't happened to any of my friends or family. It didn't come for me in that way. I just recognized the erosion of language, and I decided that I wasn't okay with that. And so then I got involved, and then I find out all the other stuff that's happening. But for many people, that isn't that. They needed something to replace a career that they already had. And look, all roads eventually lead to Rome. I just would like the most direct. I don't want to set up something that will compromise. This is why we got here in the first place. Because there were a lot of people that, in order to save their careers, in order to make the right friends, they they decided that what they would do is they would compromise throughout the universities. Julia Long, Sheila Jeffreys, they both lost their careers because they tried to fight this. Because so many other women who stayed employed at universities didn't. They couldn't give a shit. All the people, the philosophy professors, the feminist professors, the women's studies, the gender studies, all of those people at universities, throughout the humanities department, they gave up. They gave up, or they didn't even fight in the first place. Why would you trust them to lead you into victory when they led you into failure? It doesn't make any sense. There are people that we've all supported that definitely the pioneers and the architects of the shit that got us into this trouble in the first place. They're the ones that inserted the DEI policies. They talked about equality, left, right, and centre, and diversity and what it meant, and they put all this crap in. They put ideology above meritocracy every time, and then this thing comes for them, and then everyone goes, "Oh my God, poor them! Aren't they so wonderful?" But no, like, I sometimes think that if you are unburdened by being raised middle class, and maybe I've got enough money now that I am middle class, and myself and my children are all university educated. Maybe we are middle class now. Maybe that's what happens. But I certainly wasn't raised that way. And I do think, in the words of Steve Martin, we can tell the difference between shit and shinola. And if you know that reference, I respect you. And if you don't, you should look it up. So this is what it comes down to, really. It comes down to, can you, without hesitation, just say something that you know is gonna make people feel uncomfortable, and you don't care because it has to be said. And that's the role that I play. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that we can say these things. And I don't, this is why Party of Women started. We started doing Let Women Speak so women could speak. And we wanted women to speak. I wanted to speak to women, to tell them, for Christ's sake, to just stand up and speak for themselves. That's kind of how I feel about all of this. I know, it's great, isn't it? Let me just... God, my daughter. I care about my kids so much. So anyway, I got distracted by myself. Perhaps I am a narcissist. Perhaps I am perhaps I'm very much in the narky mum thing. Perhaps I could do it. Perhaps I could do it after all with my... Come on. This is Kylie. It's like a drunken toddler. She was born male, assigned male at birth. But we know that this beautiful girl is really a girl, because if you said the word boy, she would cry. So yeah. Anyway, such a freaky looking thing. I've just got to say, I've got a son who's nearly 21, and what I decided to do is not tell him that I'd bought this doll so I could do this thing today. And then when I went to bed, I put it outside of his room. I put it outside of his room, facing his room. Oh, so funny. Anyway, look, I've got nothing to lose or gain by this. But anyway, so we started Let Women Speak because we wanted women to speak. We wanted women to find their own voice. We sort of felt like we kind of wanted to shake women and say, "Come on, you're worth it. You're worth it." That's what we wanted to say to women. You're worth it. You are enough. And then we had these women stepping forward. And now what we want to do is we want those empowered women to go and speak for women and represent us in conversations where they'd make decisions like, who's going to go and see the elderly woman at the end of the road who needs intimate care? Who's going to care for and intimately care for young women and girls who have profound disabilities and need help with personal care? Who's going to do that? Those decisions are made at council level. We want to be represented at council level. When those conversations take place, whether it's foster care, whether it's children's committees, and let me just tell you, plenty of AGPs have put themselves into committees where decisions are made about children. So we just want to replace that. We want to disrupt. We are here to disrupt. That's what we're going to do. And so if you can help us do that, then and you're near Lincoln, then I'd really love it if you could volunteer and go and help Esther post some pamphlets. If you're in Wolverham, if you're in Wolverhampton, if you're in Stockport, you would be more than welcome. We really do need... Look, it's no good just watching stuff. It's no good even just attending Speaker's Corner or any of the events we do all over the world. That's great, but that's created the environment where we now can go on to the next level. And it doesn't mean that we abandon Let Women Speak, because I think it's really important. There's countries all over the world that aren't as great as England. So we need to keep doing it. So beautiful. We need your help. So just go on to Party of Women. Let me just show you how great this is. Look at this. Look at this for a toad. I mean, I don't know if any political party or anything ever in the world has had such a great logo. So, do help, do your bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my daughter. She used to undo her nappy and touch her own genitals, and I knew it was aggressive. It was an aggressive thing, so we knew that she was a girl. We knew it. It was a bit of a struggle bus to get the nappy back on. It was a struggle bus. But anyway, so that's it. That's from me. Just for Christ's sake, we need your money. I mean, in the words of Bob Geldof, give us your fucking money. We need your money and we need your time. And aside from that, that's all we need. I just need your money and your time and be the billboard. And oh my God, I can't tell you how incredible everything is that we're putting out at the moment. It's so good. We've got other new stuff coming in, but the item of this week is going to be the Let Women Speak decals and the Venus symbol. So if you're brave enough to wear TERF, by the way, there's the last sort of few hours of sale on everything TERFy. So I've enjoyed this. I might just wear this again. Okay. Gonna love you and leave you. If you can wear a wig as well as this, then I promise we will win. It's difficult to satirize these women because they are so nuts. If you can help my beautiful, lovely daughter, get her inconvenient penis cut off, then I promise we will win. Do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose.